Okay, in part number 5 here, we're going to be examining what we call scrubbing our list, which basically means that we're going to take out all of the duplicate email addresses that are on our list and make sure that we are not emailing to people we have emailed to in the past. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing you need to do is download the two programs you find below this video. One's called CSVED and the other one is called Listawi. You want to download those to your computer just like you did with the Craigslist Dominator trial, and you want to install those two programs on your computer, and I'm going to show you what to do with them here in a minute. So you might want to pause the video while you get that done. Now once you have them installed on your computer, I have them installed here in my Start menu. I'm going to open up CSVED. I'm going to minimize it just for now. And then I'm also going to open up my Listawi program. And I'm going to minimize that as well. Now what I've done is I have created a file that actually will be created as you email people out. The emailing program I'm going to show you in the next video basically creates what we call a suppression list. Each email address it sends out, after it's done sending the email address, it puts them in this list called the suppression list. And basically this list means that it's a number of people that we do not want to email to ever again. So in this instance, these email addresses here, we want to make sure that we remove these from any list that we're going to send mail to, because we have already sent mail to these people. So I'm going to show you how to do that with these two programs, Listawi and CSVED. So the first thing we want to do is open up CSVED and come up here and open our results file. So you navigate to wherever you saved your results file. In this case, I saved it in a folder, CL Domination, on my desktop. And actually, that's the incorrect folder. The correct folder is CL Dominator Trial, and it was the results file. So I'm going to open that up. You'll notice here it brings it into CSVED in a nice formatted 4-column data file. And the first thing we want to do here typically is you want to remove these excess columns here that we're not going to need. We're just going to need the column that has the email addresses in it, which is column number 2. So the way we do that here is we come to the Miscellaneous tab, and we can select which column here we want to delete. We're going to delete columns number 1, 3, and 4. So I'll choose to remove duplicate. Actually, that was the incorrect operation here. Actually, we want to go to the Modify tab, and we want to delete columns 1, 3, and 4. Press Delete. It'll ask me if I'm sure. Yes. And then, now what we want to do is come over here to the Miscellaneous tab, and we want to remove duplicates from the data in column number 1. So we'll take column number 1, choose to remove duplicates. Yes. Remove 6 duplicates. Okay, that's great. Now, if you're new to mailing and you're not going to be mailing to craiglist.org addresses, you want to also remove those from this list as well. And you can do that by using this filter text here. And what you do is you enter craiglist.org as the filter text. You tick the set filter and the reverse filter and the global option, and then you choose to delete the filtered items. So I'll go ahead and do that. Deleted 77 items. Now we're left with 17 names here. Now remember, the trial version only extracts and saves 100 names total. So about 20% of those names, or those listings on Craigslist in this particular instance, were unique email addresses here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to save this file as emails only, and I'm going to save it in the same folder that we've been working with here, which is CL Dominator Trial. So I'll just save it as emails only. Save. Now what we have here in this emails only file, if I open it up here, is just going to be a list of email addresses. All the Craigslist email addresses are taken out of it, and there are no duplicates in this list. So now the only thing that's left is we need to remove any names or any email addresses that are on this list that we have previously sent to, which are in our suppression list here. So I'm going to show you how we do that. What I'm going to do is open up my list always and go to my remover function. It's going to ask me to input my email list file. In this case, that is going to be the emails only folder or emails only file. So I'll open that up. The removed list in this case is going to be my suppression list. And when you use our mailing software, the suppression list typically will be located in the same folder as the mailing program itself. So you may have to navigate over to your suppression list, wherever that may be. So I'm going to double click that. And then my output list file, I'm going to call it final and choose save. And then I'll start the program. And it says here that it removed 7 addresses and it has saved 10. So that means that 7 of the email addresses, when you close this list always program here, it's going to open up their website, just to let you know. That means that in our emails only file, remember we had these 17 addresses, means that 7 of those, I believe either 7 or 10, were previously sent to. So basically those will be off the list. So yeah, 7 addresses. 7 addresses that were in the original file had already been sent to. So we removed those and we placed them into the final file, which is 10 addresses. So these are addresses now that we would be sending to in our campaigns. This is the actual file that would be used for the mailing software in order to send out your message. So I will close this, and again this website opened up because of the list always program. It opens up that website after you attempt to close it because it's free software. So that is basically how you scrub your list here. So obviously the first operations you did where you removed the excess columns in your data file. You removed all the duplicates from that file, and then you compared that to your suppression list. Now the first time you do a mailing, you're not going to have a suppression list yet because you haven't mailed to anybody. Now after you do your first mailing, you will have a suppression list and you will need to remove any names or any email addresses that are on that suppression list. And that's basically how you do it, by following these steps here. So in part number 6, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your emailing system. That will take you a bit of time, but again, it's one of those things that you set up once and then you don't have to mess with for quite some time. So I will see you in part number 6.